Welcome and thank you for your interest in the Texas Family Child Care Network. The following video has been created to help participating family child care providers learn practical steps on how to use Brightwheel's child care management system. The topic covered in this video aligns with the education you have or will receive as you participate in the micro-learning track group coaching sessions. At the end of this video, we will provide contact information on the Texas Family Child Care Network and how you can register for group coaching sessions and one-on-one coaching, both of which provide education on topics most important to your business. All coaching offered is completely free of charge. We hope that this video brings you one step closer to mastering Brightwheel's valuable child care management system as you put your newly acquired knowledge into practice. All of the services through the network are free. Let's get started.
Tracking staff hours, even if you have a non-traditional schedule, is straightforward and easy to do in Brightwheel. First and foremost, you want to make sure that each of your staff members has a profile so that they can check in and check out of your program, just like your students, for time tracking purposes. When a staff member arrives at your program and logs in or checks in, then they can also take breaks or lunches as needed and time out and time in through their Brightwheel account with your Brightwheel kiosk. Any edits that you would need to make to these time cards can easily be done from the staff and payroll section under the time tracking tool. You can see here that Elaine Smith came in at 8 o'clock and then had a timeout here at 12 o'clock before coming back at 12:30 from her lunch break. These breaks will account for any necessary times when staff members are arriving at, taking a break from, or leaving your program. You can also do a time summary for a given period of time to see the total amount of hours worked by a given staff member, meaning that your time tracking and payroll can be done by a month, week, or a custom date range like 2 weeks based on the pay schedule that you've created for staff. In addition, if you're a program that uses any kind of overtime hours, you can easily make updates to that from the settings in your Brightwheel account. I can navigate there from my time tracking and staff section, or under my school, I'll go to settings. And then in my school info, I'm going to scroll to my payroll settings. Here's where I'll set my pay period based on how frequently I plan to pay my staff members. I can auto check out staff at midnight so that their hours do or do not carry over. However, by turning this off, if I'm a 24-hour care provider, then I can make sure that staff checkout does not happen at midnight. And then finally, I can customize my overtime rules. I can customize them based on how many hours a staff member would work in a week before being overtime, or I can customize how many hours in a day a staff member would work. And that's going to make it so that when I reflect on their time tracking or time cards, these are automatically accounted for. You'll note now when I go back to my staff and payroll and time tracking time summary, Elaine Smith's 0.5 overtime hours have automatically been updated. This will allow me to account for any of the time tracking, and I can easily add a time card or I can export a time card if I'm using additional payroll software.
Thank you for taking the time to watch this video highlighting how to navigate Brightwheel's child care management system. Through a fair and objective application process, the Texas Family Child Care Network is awarding a limited number of grants to Texas family child care providers to fund free subscriptions to one of two child care management systems. To learn more about the grant or to apply, please visit www.texasfccn.org.